They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. And this carries into the end zone. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards.
I know that on draft day, Jonathan Taylor was disappointed he didn't go in the first round, but when he heard his name called in the second round by the Indianapolis Colts, he had to be jumping up and down with excitement because of their big, strong, physical offensive line. And you put that with his downhill running style, and you've got a perfect combination, the perfect storm for a young guy coming into the league. 225 pounds, sub 4.4 at the combine. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to be a battering ram. I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Brissett. Open man is Trey Burton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
This will be caught at about the 5. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
from the 2. Here's first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run forward with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. On first down, they'll start out with Mack. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He was taken down at the...
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brissett now. Campbell making the catch. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And brought down, but not before reaching approaching the 45-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of 10.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
19.
First down, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Back at the 42.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Khalil Mack drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. On the return following a punt of 41. And the Bears take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 6-0 our score after 1.
Bears nothing.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Complete to
Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Bears nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing here, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Still had 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down and 8.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got it. 18, 18. 54. Mike's 54. Check pass, check pass.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards to pick up there.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Down right around the 25. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Trubisky, and this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A gain of 5. 1st down, Chicago.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Right there. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Allen Robinson.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown, Bears. Jimmy Graham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Colts 13, Bears 7. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Brissett. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox.
Brissett's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the handoff, Taylor. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And it's 3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, Patterson. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
7-yard line.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
In on the tackle.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Anthony Walker.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. This is caught by Ginn. There he goes right side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Patterson on the carry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
He was
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Hey, watch that.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards. They'll run here with Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
The ball carrier.
Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Hey, take a shot now.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Colts 20, Bears 7. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Second down at 5. Here's Trubisky to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's got Miller. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
For a Chicago Bears.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's David Montgomery, second-year man from Iowa State. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 30.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham.
Trubisky's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
They'll take over.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Harris Campbell.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. He's got it to Hilton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Blankenship out for the point after.
Extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Colts 27, Bears 7. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got.
Here's Trubisky. Looking deep downfield. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Intended for Ted Ginn.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. Robinson's got it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Chicago 1st down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, a run with Cohen. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Number 29.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
The connection made. It's Graham. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jimmy Graham. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Hines, incomplete.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
That's the end.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First and 10, Taylor now. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32.
Ball carrier.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go. Lock in.
On second and a yard, Trubisky over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's third and short.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Patterson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards the pickup. First down, Chicago.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Good, strong tackle by DeForest Buckner. Remember, the Colts gave up their first-round pick, number 13 overall, to get him from San Francisco, and they certainly think he's worth it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, it's Patterson, and he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this. Drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he stopped immediately there.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They try again with Cohen. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 2-yard
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
That's good.
But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
6 makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
That's good.
They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
The ball carrier.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
Toss play. Cohen right side. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
Today's final score, Colts.
Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with 1 in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Indianapolis, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.